In 33 AD, Jerusalem is a city of high-stakes friction. Roman legionaries and temple guards watch the Passover crowds for any sign of riot, enforcing a Roman military occupation that has turned the city into a powder keg. After his final meal with his followers, Jesus of Nazareth walks into the Garden of Gethsemane. The intimate gathering of the upper room is over, replaced by a night of psychological isolation. This diagram illustrates a rare forensic phenomenon called hematidrosis. Under the pressure of extreme psychological terror, the capillaries in the sweat glands rupture, forcing blood into the sweat. Jesus is facing a documented systemic physical collapse before a single hand is laid on him. Judas Iscariot arrives to finalize his deal for 30 pieces of silver. In 33 AD, this was the exact legal price of a common slave, a calculated valuation for the man thousands hailed as the Messiah. The high priest Caiaphas successfully convicts Jesus of blasphemy in a midnight trial, but his court hits a legal wall. Under the Roman occupation, the Jewish leadership lacks the authority to carry out a death sentence. To bypass this, they hand the prisoner to Pontius Pilate. Only the Roman state holds the jus gladii, the right of the sword, and the power to order an execution. Within a single morning, the administrative and military machinery of the Roman Empire is directed toward a single man who chose to surrender. Pilate washes his hands in a basin of water to signal his neutrality, but he immediately deploys his executioners. The political theater ends where the professional violence begins. This diagram shows the design of the Roman flagrum, a whip embedded with jagged bone and lead weights. It is designed to flay the victim's skin and muscle, tearing them backward to bring a person to the threshold of death before the crucifixion even starts. Jesus is forced to carry the patibulum, a rough-hewn crossbeam weighing over 100 pounds. It is dropped directly onto his shoulders for the march. He staggers through the stone streets of the Via Dolorosa until his body fails. He collapses under the weight of the wood, forcing the Roman guards to draft a bystander named Simon of Cyrene to carry the beam the rest of the way. The scourging and the forced march are parts of a calculated Roman protocol. These measures are designed to methodically dismantle a prisoner's physical and psychological will before the final assembly of the cross. Upon reaching Golgotha, the soldiers strip Jesus of his clothes. He stands exposed and vulnerable at the center of the empire's final solution for insurrection. Roman executioners drive 7-inch iron spikes through the wrists rather than the palms. This placement allows the wrist bones to support the body's entire weight, but it requires driving the iron directly through the median nerve. This skeletal view highlights the destroyed nerve pathway. The intense pain coined the word excruciating, literally out of the cross. This mechanical tension makes breathing nearly impossible. To inhale, the victim pushes up on their nailed feet. Crucifixion is ultimately slow asphyxiation. Amid this clinical horror, Jesus offers acts of grace. He forgives his executioners and ensures his mother is cared for by his disciple John. As a final failsafe, a soldier thrusts this spear into his side. The immediate flow of blood and water provides medical proof of a ruptured heart, confirming he is dead before being removed from the wood. With his final breath, Jesus shouts, "It is finished." At that exact moment, the massive ornate curtain inside the Jerusalem temple is violently torn in two from top to bottom. This physical event signals that the ritual sacrifice is complete, and the spiritual debt of humanity is paid in full. Rome takes extreme measures to secure the body. They roll a 2-ton stone across the tomb, apply a wax imperial seal, and station armed guards to ensure the grave remains undisturbed. Saturday is a day of absolute despair. For his followers, it appears the Roman machine has achieved a permanent victory. On Sunday morning, the women arrive to find the tomb open. The seal is broken, and the guards are gone. Inside, the burial linens sit exactly where the body was laid, but they are empty. Jesus meets Mary Magdalene in the garden shortly after, appearing fully alive. The combined forensic, political, and military efforts of the ancient world were directed at eliminating this man. Yet 3 days later, his grave is empty, and the movement he started is accelerating. The Easter story is the proof that death has been conquered. It is the definitive promise that